In this video you will learn about categories and groups. Why are we using categories and groups? Categories and groups can be searched. How to search through your course content will be covered in another video. Categories can control your content. The flipchart content and the exercise content, so what is showing and what is not showing. The names of categories and groups are free to choose. There are multiple ways to add or edit categories or groups. If you want to edit categories or group, you just select the word and click the edit button. If you want to edit or add categories or groups, you select the words and click the edit all button. If you want to edit or add, you can also add a word or a sentence. You can change the name of all the categories. Well, let's have a look at all the possibilities. First, we select one record and then we select and edit the records to change the category and groups. Of course, I first have to enable to see categories and groups, and here I can see in this record that there is no categories and groups available. If I exit this, I go back to the main lesson page, and there I can select multiple records, or if I click the top one, everything, but I click only 3 now here. And then I can actually see that I can individually change the groups and categories for every single record. Now let's look at an option where you can add and edit. I click the top selection box here and go to the Edit for All button. There I can choose a category or I can choose a group. There are none here. But if I change anything, it will affect all selected records. I can also create a new category or a new group just by putting it in this box. For the category and this one for a new group. I can do it at the same time if I want. I will also need to fill in the categories for the foreign language to be learned. I'm not going to do this right now because I will come back with an example later. So from here I will exit this page to the main page without saving. In this next example I will show how to add or edit a group or category while adding a word. If I add the Add a Word button, I can here see if there are any categories or groups available, or I can click those buttons here to add a category or a group. Of course, I need to put in some words, so I'll do that here. And I simply add the word. And in this screen, I can add a category and I can add a word. I have to do that in 2 languages. You can view existing categories and groups for naming reference only, so the selectors don't do anything. Before we move to the next part, let's delete the record that we've created because we don't need it here. And let's move on to the next subject where we will see how to change the name of a category or a group. I select the settings options in the upper left corner and go to settings. Here in the settings tab I can see the categories and groups that are existing, and I can also put in a new name for the selected category. And of course down here I can do the same for the group. Then, if I select a category, I can, with these selectors, include them into vocabulary. I can do the same for the flip charts, yes or no. The reference VC here refers to this sentence: category included in the vocabulary for showing in vocabulary and exercises. Now there's only selected one category, and that's the blanco category. For the categories that are used in the flip charts, it is the other way around. Flip cards are excluded. Be aware that this one is excluded and the other one is included. This is all you need to know for now. So let's move to the next part where we do an all-inclusive example. Let's exit this screen and let's go to the next part. Here we can see that there are none, no groups and no categories available for those words. If I select one of those words and I view the category or group lines, I can see here there is no category and no group available. If I exit this, I can add a word to add a category. So first, of course, I will add a word. And then I will put in here, I will only create a category. I will add the record. I can also create a group, but I will not do that. And now it will ask me to give the name of the new category. So I put in new category. I do the same for Spanish. So I call this new Spanish category just for an example. Let's call this one English then, because this is an English Spanish course. And I update. Exit this one. And I can see here that I have this word and there is the new category that we created. Now I'm going to select two of those records and I can see here that the new category can be put in there. So I select that. And I can see now that I have 3 records with the new category. Of course, this is a lot of work if I have to do this for every record. That's why we have another option. I select everything here, all, and I go to edit for all records. Here I have the possibility to change anything for all selected records. In this case, I select the new category here and I update. And now we can see that all words that I just selected have this new category. New category is not a really good name, of course. This is just for the example, so let's change that name. I'm going to the settings. And in the settings, I choose the category that I just created. And I'm going to make this new category. Well, let's make it conversations, because this is a conversation lesson. So I make it conversations. And I put it in here in Spanish. I'm not sure if this is correct, but for the example, it doesn't matter. I update this. Exit. And here I can now see that the category has been changed to conversations. The other one, the new category from before, has been overwritten. It's not there anymore. I can see here now that both languages are filled, so I expect here to see flip charts. But I don't. Why do I not see them? Because this category conversations is still excluded. Let's check in the settings. We're going to check the settings, and then here we see that categories that are excluded from showing in the flip cards and conversation, the new one is there, so I have to include it. So I can do that here as well for the vocabulary, yeah, but that's not the one I'm looking for. I'm looking for this one, FC, the flip charts. So I select that category that I just created and put in here yes. But I will also put in for the vocabulary to show you what's happening. I update this and I go back to see now to the flip charts to see that all the flip charts are there. As we also edited the vocabulary for exercises, I'm going to select everything here and go to the exercises here. And I can see down here, that's only for one lesson, but all the vocabulary words are now there because I included it. Back in the main page, we will now see this word that we just created. And it belongs to the category conversation. That's clearly wrong. So if I'm trying to update this, there's only conversation, so I need to create a new category. Let's do that. I'm going out, I'm selecting the word, and instead of edit, I'm going to edit for all. Also when it's only one record. Creating here a new category. Let's call this vocabulary. Do it also for Spanish. Not sure if this is correct, but it doesn't matter. And now if I update this, this will be only for this one record. We will create this new category. I can actually see that here. If I now go in here, I will see that there is conversation and this one has vocabulary. Of course, I can change any record to vocabulary right now. If I exit, now that I've created successfully a new category for this record, I can use this new category because category exists. Let's now delete this record. If I delete this record, there is no record available anymore with this category. If I select one of the other words, I can still see that there is a vocabulary category. So it doesn't matter if I deleted the records. Once a category or a group has been created, you can use it everywhere. So now you've learned everything you need to know about categories and groups. So I see you in the next video.